Okay, this is a weekly all signs love reading. It's for the 3rd week of May, and it's going to be the first 6 signs. So Aries, why am I doing that? Aries through to Virgo. The following 6 signs I will do during the week, okay? I've been doing quite well since I've been on lives again. I've been doing like half an hour for each sign. So if you're new to the channel, welcome in. This is Jenny at 7 Chakras Tarot. If you are an existing subscriber, thank you very much for sticking with me. I need some sage, guys. Like, stuff that happened during the week, I can't get it out of my head. I keep ruminating on it and it's not good for me. It's hijacking my weekend. It's the monkey on my back. It's not good. Anyway, I'm feeling better, like physically feeling better. Because it's that time of the month I'm heavily on. And I'm just like, oh my God. Then I was like running to the bathroom Friday night and had like emotionally like overwhelmed by stuff that happened in the week at work. So I'm just like, I really need to clear my head and I can't. And then my dad was just talking about Eurovision. I'll go and see my sister later, so I'm not just like sat going over everything because I know myself and I will. But yeah, I've not watched any of Eurovision Song Contest. I need to. Apparently the UK song was not good. It was weird the year before. It was like so S&M. It was like bizarre. Okay, so that's why we're saging. Let's get a window open so the negative energy can go out. I'll put the chat on now. Hang on. Varian Rabbit, yeah. I thought I'd lost you. Varian Rabbit is one of my beloved moderators for my channel. And I thought I'd lost you. I honestly did. Yeah, my dad said we came last. I'm like, why are we even in this anymore? Like, but he said the song was rubbish, so I didn't nominate that person to go into the Eurovision. I don't know who did, but they got terrible taste. Okay, so we're sticking with the Blossom of Serenity tarot deck. Let's get the card for Aries. I must say, like, the year that I went to the opening party for it, because it was in Liverpool, I think we hosted it for Ukraine because they couldn't afford to do it, like, understandably. And it was, like, the most brilliant vibe. Like, I had such a good time. I absolutely loved it. But I just don't understand, like, who nominates our songs and, like, where they come from. Because they're shite. Yeah. Okay, so I do a 9-card spread. I get 3 cards for how you're feeling, 3 cards for how your person's feeling, and 3 cards for the outcome. That's good. I clarify why they feel the way that they feel, get messages from them, and I get you some advice from Spirit, okay? So we're managing to do half an hour per sign at the moment. So starting off with Aries, got the card there. Let's go. 3 cards for how Aries is feeling, please. So we've got a combination of the Chariot upright with the Three of Coins reversed. What is that about? What is that about? So you've got a major goal or aim, and what you're not willing to do is participate in some sort of collaboration if it isn't right for you. Okay? So if someone's not on the same page as you, they're out. Now, I do remember asking Aries this time last year, I think, to put up boundaries and not have a do-over of, like, you know, accepted anything less than the best, because you need an empress. You are the emperor. You need someone of equal status, of equal value, the same morals, the same principles, the same work ethic, the same joie de vivre. You know, like, you work hard, you play hard, and you're a good person. So you deserve someone who matches your energy, your resources, what you bring to the table. You could take over the world, okay? You need a power couple dynamic, not, you know, a project. We're not a charity. So I think that could be the vibe from that, because the Three of Coins is about working together. Yeah, well, my subs are back up now, and we're making money again, so that's good, because I was really pissed off that it's not my fault. You know, you just feel frustrated to fuck, because I'm like, it's not even me that's, like, changed. But there you go, we've overcome it. The Temperance reversed. The Temperance upright is the major for Sagittarius. It's about, well, Sagittarian energy is fire energy, but it's actually 2 cups of water being poured back and forth, because it's about trying to temper one's emotions. We don't want to fly off the handle. We don't want to blow our lid. We don't want to get angry. We don't want to get upset. It's about trying to find emotional balance. Hi. Group lol my lol. Does that mean laughing at my laugh or something? I don't know. 4 of Wands reversed. Well, the 4 of Wands upright is stability, and, you know, on a box or a house or a chair, there tends to be 4 corners, 4 walls, 4 legs. I feel like you are looking for this counterbalance, you know? You don't want a 3-legged chair. You don't want you just trying to hold up the fortress. You want someone who's going to be on the opposing wall and pushing that wall up, you know, and working with you to keep things polarised, to keep things stable. And we haven't got that at the moment, okay? So you may just think, gosh, this is really, you know, strange having to do this by myself. You may have a home, you may have children, and you may be thinking, where's my person? Someone to offset and counter the job that you're doing, you know. Let's get 3 for who's showing up for you. The 2 of Coins. Okay, so the challenge is reciprocity, balance, duality, fairness. Okay, so can this person meet you where you're coming from? Six of Coins, again, it's an even number. You know, 6 will be 3 coins from you, 3 coins from them. They're looking for balance, they're looking for fairness. They don't want a dynamic that's unfair. So you're both on the same page. Whether you've had a dialogue about it, I don't know. But whoever it is that's coming in could also have had the piss taken out of them, you know, in terms of, like, doing work around the house. keeping the house in order, you know, disciplining children, providing guidance to children, you know, divvying out things like lifts, being a taxi for the night, making sure that you're coming from the same approach when you know, say what you're happy with, what you're not happy with, what your expectations are to young ones. You know, like, it's very important, isn't it, to have someone that's cooperative, that you're acting as a unit. You don't want to have someone undoing the good work that you're trying to do. You don't want anyone living off you. So what have we got here? We've got the Ten of Wands reversed, the Empress reversed, and the King of Wands reversed. What the heck? So this person is lacking confidence, okay? They don't feel like they're attractive. They could be arriving to you from a situation where they're very low confidence, very low self-esteem, and it's unwarranted, okay? Because they are the Empress, they are the King of Wands, they're perfectly capable of having a successful relationship, but they could have had a dud, okay? They could have been with someone that was working against them and saying, oh, doesn't matter what your mum said, or doesn't matter what your dad said, yes, you can do whatever. You know, just undoing everything that you're trying to achieve. Like, oh, you don't need to go to school. No, it's okay. Just ignore your mum, just ignore your dad. You know, it's really irritating when people undo what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes it's easier doing it solo, okay? But deep down, I know Aries doesn't want to do it solo forever. So let's get through for the outcome. You both want the same things, to be honest, and you could have had very similar experiences. The Eight of Coins reversed, so feeling like uninspired when it comes to the future, not wanting to grow and expand anything, because, you know, why would you, when everyone you've kind of been involved with, or the person that you've been involved with most recently, or the only person you've ever been involved with, has been, you know, a detriment to the family dynamic or what you're trying to achieve, okay? So let's get two more. The Love is reversed. Let's get one more. The Fool upright. I wanted to check what the last card was before I go down this line, because the Love is reversed. It's the major arcana for Gemini, but that's unrequited love. So one person feels like, oh my goodness, I've known you my whole life, like we're meant to be. We agreed to be together in the 5D, and now here we are in the 3D, and you know, this is divine, it's divinely guided, it's very special. The other person does not believe that, okay, when it's reversed, so it's unrequited love. The Fool, when it's upright, is willing to take a leap of faith, wanting, you know, a new start for oneself, wanting a whole new chapter with somebody different, okay? So I just think that that is what the past vibe was with whoever you were with previously, and it could be the same for the cross-watcher. And I think each person is honestly thinking, I want someone who's on my wavelength, someone who, you know, agrees with how I parent, someone who agrees with, you know, being fairly ambitious, someone who's a go-getter, someone who works hard, you know, and wants to have a good time and has good family values. So you're totally mirroring one another. So I don't think you know this person yet, and I don't think this person knows you. Let's look at what they previously dealt with, and let's look at what they're going to like or love about Aries. Oh, your son's doing well in exams. That's nice. That's really good news. His last week in school, so he's in year 11, is he? Thank you for being there for me when I needed it the most. See, this person's gonna they're gonna come to you a bit of a wounded warrior, and you're gonna lick their wounds for them. You're gonna, you know, the way a cat will lick its fur and get it all clean, and it will do the same if it's got an abscess because it's been in a fight with another cat. It licks its wounds, doesn't it, to clean the wound. So I feel like you're gonna mother this person a bit, or you're gonna take care of this person, and you know, or just not even intentionally, but through your good treatment of this person when they do meet you, it's going to be very healing for them, and they're going to get their self-esteem back, and they're going to realise they were actually in quite an abusive situation. You're both going to get the good partner that you deserve. Let's see what they previously dealt with. Let's dig a bit more. So this is them with their previous relationship or relationships. So they were involved with someone that was very much about appearances, or this person was very much about appearances and wasn't telling the truth about how unhappy they were in their connection, facing it. You know something isn't right. Don't be afraid to find out the truth. It will set you free. There could have been deceit, lies, you know, someone misbehaving, someone, you know, saying, don't worry, none of this is going to happen, none of that, I would never do that to you, or, you know, whatever, and they were just falling short when it comes to one thing or many things. Love's disguise, go beyond superficial looks and see who they truly are. You know, so as with everything, it starts off with passion. You know, you get to know someone, warts and all, you think, oh, I can love them anyway. And, you know, this person could be very loving, very forgiving. And, you know, they've malinvested. You know, they've not had much return for their investment. In fact, they could have been completely had over in lots of ways. Pregnancy test. Unsure results of pregnancy scare, positive or negative. That could be, sometimes that's a reason, you know, why people stay together and they don't really want to be in the relationship, but they get pregnant. Oh, hi Maddie. We're on Aries, putting on a show. Okay, so to the outside world, it could have looked like a dream come true, but it wasn't. It was not. Planning, text, phone call, meeting up. No one else compares to you. I think this person had unconditional love for the person that they were last with, but we don't want to get to the point where we're being a mug, okay, and we're getting mugged off. What's the messy truth about that connection? So the cross-watcher with their cross-watcher's ex. Sweet then sour, fake nice, mean, undercurrent, manipulative, hot and cold, mixed signals, pull, push, whiplash. They're with someone quite manipulative. They could even have been narcissistic. Okay, so when the person is getting everything they want, and, you know, the partner is the one that's showing up was people-pleasing, they were happy as Larry. But if they said, no, I don't agree with this, or, you know, try to pull them up on something, you know, they could have got very angry and shown a side of themselves that's not very nice. And so it's quite bullying, you know. You find yourself walking on eggshells with some people, and that isn't a healthy relationship, you know. So that's what they dealt with in the past. That's why they're not feeling themselves right now. Okay, but okay, they're going to meet you, and it's going to be very healing for them. Okay, so let's get a timing for when this is going to go down. More patience is required. Okay, so something's not quite ready yet, but it's in the pipeline. It's in the works. Okay, so be patient, Aries. Let's get you some advice. What will the nature of this connection be between Aries and the one that's coming in? Oh my God, proposal, an offer or proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise. You could get asked out by someone, or you could get asked out on a date and then it ends up, you know, like very secure from the off and very exclusive and follows the traditional conventional dating pattern. You know, like we go out a couple of days later, the person's in touch with me a few times a day, they're thanking me once they drop me home and saying thank you for a lovely evening, and they wake up thinking about me and they lock it down fairly quick. You know, when you meet family, like it could go really, really like follow just a really nice conventional, you know, dating pattern. Okay, bit of relationship advice for when you are together. Recommit, reaffirm your commitment after trials, proving love's resilience. Okay, so don't give up. No relationship is easy. But when this one comes in, it is going to be pure, and it's going to be fair, and it's going to be equal. Okay, this person is going to need to be handled with kid gloves, though, because they've been through a lot. Okay, you've been through a lot, but you're very stoic, Aries. I don't know what sign this person is, but they've suffered a bit, okay? They could be a Taurus or a Libra with the Empress card. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be them. There's a lot of coins. I'm getting more earth, to be honest, than fire energy from them, because I don't think a fire sign would, like, take any shit off anyone. Even if they were in the wrong, they would probably be like, do one. Gratitude. I love acknowledging all the little things I'm grateful for. No matter what I have going on, I always have things to be thankful for. Whenever I'm feeling upset, I can fill up a page with the things I appreciate. This begins to shift my mood and focus onto that which brings me joy. That's nice. Hi, Raheen. I don't answer questions in the chat, but if you want a personal reading, you can direct message on Instagram or TikTok. Or you can email me at jen3585@gmail.com. That's in the channel description on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, watch the sign of you and the sign of your person on the collective readings that I'm doing. And it should answer your question anyway, okay? Memberships are live. I've put up content. It's the Native American Indian Medicine Wheel reading. Looks at your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, and your connection to spirit. And we look at which area needs a little bit of work. It's really nice sometimes to focus on something other than love. Memberships are $5.99 a month, and I think you just click join, to be honest. I know money comes and goes. The best thing that you can do for me, in all honesty, is give me likes and comments. A comment makes a huge difference. A like makes a huge difference in getting me back into the algorithm after my hiatus. Okay, so now it's Taurus's turn. That was just my friend messaging because it's her birthday, so it's just replying. Varying Redbeard, can I ask if, from your end, does it still look like you are a moderator, or does me using Streamlabs like affect that? Has it undone that, or have you still got like the ability to moderate? Because I haven't changed anything, but I'm not that familiar with Streamlabs, so I haven't set up any settings either. Still looks the same, fab. So presume, because I can't really control anything this end now through my phone, but I guess I can control it via the laptop, can't I, on my YouTube studio? It's a bit annoying because I used to be able to touch stuff and get options on the screen, but I don't know how I would do that now. I need to look it up actually. It freaked me out last time because I touched the screen of my phone and it flipped the camera around and showed my face like without warning, and I don't, you know that I do like faceless readings because I'm a high school teacher, so I don't want my pupils to know that I have a channel. Okay, let's get on with it. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Taurus's highest good. How is Taurus feeling in this third week of May 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Taurus is feeling, please. Okay, so we've got the Strength card and it's in the reverse. So you're struggling with your emotions at the moment. Okay, it's the Major for Leo. Leo the lion, and just like this horse is all muscle, you know, brawn. Patrolling around, keeping everything safe, ready to charge if needed. Ready to pounce if needed, ready to roar if needed. Okay, but there's a need to hold it together emotionally, okay? Muscles are not needed right now. Let's get 2 more. 7 of coins. So looking back at the past, very reflective, could be feeling a little bit solemn, a little bit thoughtful. What's it all about kind of vibes, you know? Why are we all here? Why am I not settled yet? The Ace of Cups reversed, you could be feeling, you know, like, where is the love? Black Eyed Peas, where is the love? Let's get 3 for the one that's showing up for you, because that's no good. Taurus being down in the dumps, is it? That's no good. Especially in your birthday season. Now, it could be other stuff has got you down. It could be that you're very thoughtful in general. I have an air placement. I'm Libra moon, so I'm always thinking. My brain does not turn off. Again, sometimes that's not a good thing. But it could be that you're down in the dumps with regards to a love situation as well. Okay. Page of Cups upright. Somebody wants to reach out. They want to express emotion towards you. Next, we've got the 6 of Wands reversed with the King of Cups reversed. Okay, this person's also feeling like a bit lost, a bit down. You know how I know that? Because I would have said that they were angry with you. Because King of Cups is like open heart chakra, very forgiving. You know, water under the bridge, letting bygones be bygones, not holding grudges, a nurturer. When it's reversed, that would be the opposite of forgiving, okay? So I think, oh my goodness, like this person's angry with Taurus, or they're upset with Taurus. But the Six of Wands is like reversed, and the Six of Wands, when it's upright, is feeling like we're getting attention. We're feeling noticed, we're feeling worthy, we feel celebrated, we feel attractive because we're being showered with attention, we're getting lots of affection off our Taurus, okay? So the fact that they're reversed tells me it's more like this person is missing you. They miss how you make them feel. They want to feel special. They want to feel noticed. They need a bit of Taurus. Nine of Coins. Okay, this person is single. They are abundant. They're self-sufficient. Okay, coins are pentacles, and pentacles represents money. Money, time and energy, but specifically the Nine of Coins shows like someone is... They could be a bit flush with cash at the moment. They could have just got paid. They're feeling like they've got enough to pay the bills. They're feeling, you know, independent, but they miss your attention, okay? They want the good loving. In the outcome, we've got the Tower reversed. Someone is rejecting major change, okay? This is the landscape of your life changing. And there's a rejection of that. So, I don't know if that's you or them. We've got a combination of the Nine of Wands reversed and the High Priestess. See, this is using our gut, okay? My gut's telling me that I love this person. My gut is telling me that I miss this person. My gut is telling me that this person misses me too. It's that kind of like, I'm just going to trust my instincts, yeah? I'm going to trust my instincts, and instead of, you know, staying silent, I'm going to reach out. It might be that person, your person, that's kind of feeling like that. It's something to do with fate, destiny, knowing what's right, knowing you're feeling guided, having faith. The High Priestess, you know, it's Piscean energy, it's water energy. The Nine of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who's like, fine, it's fine, like throw something else at me, I'll keep going anyway. Like the Wounded Warrior is very determined to just keep going, keep up the good fight. When it's reversed, we don't want to do that. We don't want to just keep going, okay? We're dropping the burden. So if it's a burden for them not to see you, then they're dropping the burden by reaching out, that kind of thing. The Page of Coins. Yeah, so that's like an invitation. Like, I'm going to offer someone my time, my money, my energy. They may ask to see you. And it could be tonight or tomorrow. Or today or tomorrow. It could be very soon. Because this person feels good when they're around you. They miss you. And it could just be what the doctor ordered, okay? The King of Cups, notice that it's the King of Cups, okay, so it's the heart chakra. It's not the Knight of Wands, so they don't just want sex, they actually miss you. They actually miss how they feel when they're with you. They're trying to stop a Tower moment, so I feel like they're definitely in their feels, because cups are full of water, and water is emotion. I think they're worried, okay, that they've not given you attention, and they don't like how it feels when they're not with you, so. Yeah, I'm always like overthinking. If something happens, I can't get out of my head. I think because I'm very sensitive as well. You know, if something hurts me, I just can't stop thinking about what someone said, the way they said it, the words they use. Like, oh, horrible. Okay, let's get a message from your person then, Taurus, the one that's showing up in your reading. I am not ready to take off this mask. Okay, so they may want to spend time with you, and they are going to invite you to spend time with them, but they're not exactly gonna like confess their love for you. And I think that's what you're looking for, because you've got the Ace of Cups reverse. You may think like, I feel like I've been dropped like a hot rock, the person's disappeared, I want to be all loved up, I want to be in love, you know, or I'm really like in need of you know, cuddles and like someone to pour into me and make me feel important, make me feel special, you know, like when the chips are down. And I don't know if this person's gonna like they may be a bit more in their feels, but they're not gonna confess their love for you or anything sort of major, or ask you to be in a relationship or anything major, I don't think. I think they might do something nice. I think there might be a nice gesture, and they will get in touch and want to spend time with you, and they clearly do have feelings for you. But they're wearing a mask, okay? So it's not that they don't have feelings, it's that they're not comfortable expressing them and being totally vulnerable about them, okay? Let's get another message from them. Please do what is best for your heart. This person doesn't like the thought that you're down because of them. They don't like the thought that you're down because of them, okay? Now, you might be a bit down, thinking that this relationship isn't in the form that you would like it to be, or it could be other things that have got you down, but they don't want to hurt you, like, at all. It's quite sweet, really, because they're trying to think about your feelings. Maybe they're not able to cater for another person's feelings at the moment. Maybe they're kind of in survival mode. Let's get what they like or love about Taurus. I have so much passion and desire for you, it drives me mad. Okay, so they got feelings for you, but it's emotionally loaded, but it is passionate. Okay, so they want your time, they want your attention, you make them feel great. They do want to, you know, have passion. But it's emotionally loaded, but they don't really want to reveal that to you this week. What's the messy truth about this connection, please? Muted, not moved on. Hiding feelings, fake calm, still hurting. Okay, so you could be hurting, and this person could sense that you're hurting because they're not able to show up for you the way that is needed. When the chips are down, they're not always there for you. They could be very preoccupied with their own stuff. You could have had a conversation with this person, you know, because it feels like they already know that. They're already aware of that, their shortcomings. Controlling, needs to be right all the time, possessive, jealous lover. Okay, so this person could be a little bit controlling, you know, like they see you on their terms. They don't like to admit their mistakes, their shortcomings. It's uncomfortable for them. They could be jealous of the thought of you spending time with someone else. Taming anger, don't roar in arguments, respect can heal wounds. Leadership's law, dominant in spirit, fueled by pride, yet true control lies in wisdom's embrace. So sometimes this person acts from a place of jealousy, of insecurity, of not wanting to be vulnerable, self-preservation, self-protection. They are aware that it's not always good for you. You may behave a little bit like that as well, Taurus. You may think, well, I'm not exposing my feelings for you. But I would say that I do that when I don't feel like the other person wants it. If the other person made me feel like comfortable in how they feel, then I absolutely would. I hate nothing about you. Sex shop, police. Okay, so you could be unlawful with the things that you're getting up to. Breaking the rules. Being unconventional when it comes to sex. This person could be completely wild for you, like they can't stop thinking about you. They're very passionate about you. They know they're not perfect. They're wearing a kind of mask. They're not being completely vulnerable with you, but they miss you like crazy and they want to spend some time with you this week. Police could also mean, there could have been some drama, or this, connection could be fairly dramatic at times. Juicers, fed up, cutting ties, walking away. Planning, text, phone call, meeting up. Spotlight, I've never had this card, isn't that mad? I've done so many readings, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of readings with these cards, and I've never had that one come out. Limelight, audience, self-absorbed. Determined, persistent, still holding on, flowers and gifts. They're definitely going to reach out and they're going to make some sort of gesture. And there could be something about this person that they quite like making a fuss sometimes of people that they care about. They love to be loved, they love to be out. They like attention. In order to get more attention from you, it seems like they're going to do something. They want to be in the spotlight, but it seems like they're going to do something nice for you to get, to be in the spotlight, like when it comes to you. Like they want your time, they want your attention. They definitely want the good loving, but it's emotionally loaded, but they're not comfortable like being vulnerable about that yet or right now. They don't want to hurt you. Right, where are we up to? Let's get the unspoken truth. Losing you taught me love isn't about possession. Okay, so they've learned not to keep you in a box. They know that you're a person, that you have, needs, that you have a heart, that you have a mind, and they don't want you getting in your head or getting heartbroken. They just, they have like a way of being, and they don't enjoy to be very vulnerable, but it doesn't mean that you're not special. They've realised that you're very special to them. Let's get you some advice and we'll get a timing. Proposal, an offer of or proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise. They're definitely going to plan something nice, if they haven't already. I don't know if it's for your birthday or it's just anyway. You've been arrested, but nothing was proven. I almost got arrested. Listening. True understanding starts with listening in silence. You're both going to want to talk when it comes to disagreements, but try to keep your trap shut. And let this person say their bit, and they need to keep their trap shut and let you say your bit. You don't want to be talking over one another, but you also don't want to be kind of not trusting one another because no one's saying anything. Because I can do that. I can get like, I can feel so much, and then there's so much that I need to say, and I don't know how to put it into words because I'm just feeling so much. I'm like overwhelmed. So, you know, it stands to reason that the other person could have that happen to them as well. And then at other times you could think, let me speak, like I want to say my thing, and that can be really frustrating. So you're going to have to be patient with each other and communicate effectively. You know, don't shut each other down and don't go silent on each other and clam up, because I can be a sulker. Okay, let's get a general advice and we'll get you a time in from when you're going to hear from this person, Taurus. So we've got gratitude. I love acknowledging all the little things I'm grateful for. No matter what I have going on, I always have things to be thankful for. Whenever I'm feeling upset, I can fill up a page with the things that I appreciate. This begins to shift my mood and focus onto that which brings me joy. Okay, when is Taurus likely to hear from this person? I would say it's in the next 24 to 48 hours though. Okay, we've got a few cards. Within a couple of weeks, let go of it for now, and January. So it's going to be different for each of you, depending on what's gone down with your person, how long it's been since you've heard from them, where you're at in developments. Okay, so for some of you it's going to be within a fortnight you're going to hear from this person. They're going to have some sort of surprise for you. January is another significant month. Okay. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel. Hype me up, and I will see you in the next one. We are going to go on to Gemini. I've already gone on about memberships and personal readings, so I'm not going to do that again. It's a bit warmer today, thank goodness. I suppose it's different in the week though, because we're up so early, aren't we? Well, I am. In fact, I'll close that window now. Okay, yeah, it's the Blossom of Serenity tarot deck. I love it. Or do you mean like it's a nice spread that's come out, or do you mean the cards are nice? Do you know what? I'd love like something new coming out for Gemini, because they keep getting the same kind of reading, and I'm not trying to do it. I promise you I'm not. It's always the same kind of reading, like someone from the past is hanging around in your energy and like wants to be back with you. And you're like, nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. So let's see what's going on in the month of May. In this third week of May for Gemini. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this third week of May 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards of how Gemini's feeling first of all, please. The 5 of Cups in the upright, okay? So grief, sadness, loss and regret. You could be actually grieving, or you could be grieving, you know, for the end of a relationship, a past love. Certainly a very, very sad card. The 2 of Swords reversed. The 2 of Swords, when it's upright, is not wanting to think about something, not wanting to deal with something. When it's reversed, we're coming out of that. We've got the 7 of Wands upright, okay? So you could be getting your energy levels back up, your desire for romance. Hi Nancy Jean. Your name is Lilo. I like your energy. I don't do personal readings on lives. You can contact me for a personal reading. They're £25, or you can watch the collective reading and wait for your sign. What sign are you? 7 of Wands is a competitive energy. Is someone who's wanting to gain the advantage, to maintain the high ground. You're Sagittarius. Alright, I've done Sagittarius last night. So if you go out of this live and you click on the most recent live that I did in the lives playlist, it's time stamped, okay? You're welcome to stay, but I'm not doing Sagittarius today. I did it yesterday. Okay. So Gemini, I think you're getting your energy, your passion, your drive back up. I think you want change. I think you want change. You want something new. You don't want to just think about the past. Let's get 3 cards and see who's showing up for you. We've got the major arcana for Cancer. It's the Chariot, but it's, thanks Nancy, but it's in the reverse. So it's the Emperor that jumps into the Chariot, okay? He has a huge goal, a major aim, a major goal. So it's making big moves, but when it's reversed, it's like the Chariot's overturned, yeah? A wheel's come off. Wheels on fire rolling down the road. It's major loss or defeat at the last minute. So someone had a major goal or aim, and they shoot their shot. Okay, they shot their shot, and it didn't work. Ace of Cups. Someone is exercising self-love, or they are in love. The Sun card. So the Sun card is about being carefree, okay, without burden. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, it's a naked baby riding a horse bareback, giggling, with the sun shining behind it. So it's about being carefree, not a care in the world. Was the Ace of Cups reversed or not? It was upright, wasn't it? Because I said someone's exercising self-love or they're in love. Okay, in the outcome, we've got the Eight of Swords. So this is being surrounded by intrusive thoughts, not being able to get something out of your head, being completely plagued, okay, by intrusive thoughts, the Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck, feeling like there's no way out. But that's just perception, as we know. Ten of Wands reversed. The Ten of Wands upright is the end of a cycle, and we've got through it just by pure stoicism, just carrying on, taking all of the burden right through to the end, and it's been really troublesome, really difficult, really hard. When it's reversed, before getting right to the end, we're making a choice now not to continue. Okay? We're making a choice not to continue. The Knight of Cups. That is Romeo and Juliet vibes. That's like, I want to go towards my person and I want to tell them how I feel about them. It has to be them. I know that you don't want to hear it. I know that you don't want to hear it, but it seems like the same person. It might not be. It might not be. Someone is feeling like they've got the joys of spring about them. And they're carefree. It's on their mind. I think it's a burden for them to hold this to themselves, and they want to pursue you. Okay, they really think you're high value. They think they could fall for you. It could be the ex, or it could be someone new. So I'll do two reads. Okay, I'll do one as if it's the ex and one as if it's a new person. So if it's the ex, what is it that this person likes or loves about Gemini? I'm so proud of everything you do. Okay, so they think you're a go-getter. They think you're successful. They think you carry yourself really well, that you have grace, that you have composure, poise. Whether you are a man or a woman, they think you carry yourself so well, excellently, okay? Let's get a message from them. So obviously a message from them would have to be if they already know you. I'm afraid that this is your path and yours alone. Okay, so they feel like you're leaving them behind, that you don't believe that the two of you are supposed to be together or that you want to be with them. if this is the ex. I want to be different. People don't believe in me. I can't come to you now. The heat between us is intense. I was hurt by you. This person feels like you don't believe that they're good enough for you. And they hold you in very high regard, so that feels very, like, upsetting to them. They do want to come towards you, but they're overthinking it because they're like, oh my god, I don't think Gemini, like, thinks I'm good enough for them. Okay, so if this is the ex, when are they going to reach out? Release the need to control the situation. If this is someone new that's going to come towards Gemini and be in active pursuit 2 months from now, okay, so if you've got a secret admirer, they're going to approach you 2 months from now, so in the summer. So we're in May now, mid-June, mid-July, so mid-July. Okay, mid-July, this person's going to reach out, someone new that's a secret admirer. They're very nervous. They feel like, you know, you've got high self-esteem, that you know your worth, and you may just reject them. So they're shitting themselves a bit. I feel like they already know you because knights tend to already know someone. If it's a page of cups, page of coins, page of swords, it's more curiosity. Especially if it's the page of pentacles, it's like, I'm kind of looking to invest, but I don't know who to invest in. The knight is like already got their eye on someone and they're pursuing them, like actively pursuing them. Making moves towards them, usually like already dating or at least spending time together. So I feel like this person knows you. Yeah, so in a couple of months you're going to get asked out by someone, or your ex is going to your ex is going to get in touch. I'm laughing because I know you don't want it. What's the messy truth about this connection? Blocked as fuck. Ghosted, shut out, silent treatment. I gave you my all, overgiving, drained, love unreturned. If it was an ex, then they really pissed you off. They really didn't put into the relationship, it wasn't fair. And you're just not down for being treated like that. And you could have ghosted them, or they could have ghosted you, or you've taken turns doing that. Distant, so far away physically and emotionally, see if you can rekindle the passion again. Hi, Coral. Inner compass, trust your instincts to lead you in the right direction. Okay, so you could have trusted your gut on this one, Gemini, and thought, no, not good enough for me, not my person, not my problem. Bad choices. Someone could have been unfaithful or flirty, or, you know, put you in competition with other people, made you feel like you're not that important. Infatuation, denial, obsession, attraction. You could have been infatuated with this person at the beginning, and that could have, you know, blinded you to what they were really like. You know, someone's good on paper and good looking, we tend to like assume that it's the one for us, you know, like a bit too easily. And do you ever think about me late at night? Yeah, they're not over you. This person's like, nah, I need to go towards my Gemini. So you're going to have to keep them blocked or not answer the door if they turn up at your house. But in a couple of months, you know, that it seems like there's a new person that they're already around you a lot and they're like scared to ask you out. They think you like really high value and like, yeah, they're into it. They think you're very successful, you carry yourself well. Can we have advice if it's someone new, please? Window. A new adventure in love is coming, so get ready. Right path. Love is a beautiful journey and you're on the right path. Okay, so don't doubt yourself for having a single dry spell. It's no good being with the wrong person. Okay, just to say, I've got a boyfriend, I've got a girlfriend, I've got a husband, I've got a wife. It's no good if it's with the wrong person, okay? All it does is get you feeling trapped or stuck in drama. Language. Learn the language of each other's love. Communicate the depths of the soul. Healing heart. Healing of the heart begins with forgiveness. Okay, so don't be too cut and dry when you do meet this new person. You know, no one's perfect. We can make mistakes. They can make mistakes. But be cooperative. Be, you know, collaborative. Pull together. You know, when times are tough, don't, you know, overly judge someone or push them away. It's just a little bit of advice for anyone, really. There's no victim or villain in relationships unless they are, of course, a freak. Like a proper narcissist or karmic, you know. We are not always right. We like to think that the other person is wrong and we are right, but that only creates distance between the two of you and pushes people away. It's not really helpful, as an opinion. Let's get you some general advice and then I'll let you go. Get focused. To attract what I want, first I get clear on what it is that I desire. I envision it for a minute or more every day, feeling how it would feel to have this in my life, what I would do, how I'd react, and who I'd tell. I picture it all. Through my continual alignment with my desires, they begin to flow into my physical reality in divine timing. Okay, so that is a cue to manifest the person of your dreams, whether it's a man or a woman. Think about life with that person. And I don't mean like someone that you know, I just mean like, what kind of future do you want for yourself? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now in an ideal world, 5 years from now in an ideal world? You know, what kind of location? What are you doing? What is the other person doing? You know, I always think about the beach. I think about having a studio to paint, to make things, to throw pottery in. You know, like walking on the beach and like having a fire pit and like a hammock and, you know, just like, I don't even know if I like picture having children anymore, you know, but I want a peaceful life. I want to be able to be creative. I want to be near the coast. And I just want like someone who, you know, I can trust, someone who means me no harm. You know, when things are quite fair between us and there's intimacy, like it's not a lot to ask for. It's totally achievable. And if you picture it, you know, then you remind yourself, like, why are you going to work every day? Why, you know, you're trying to work on your figure, or why you're trying to, you know, get the confidence to ask someone out. That's why we're doing it, isn't it? Because we want that. We don't want to just live life solo all the time. Okay, so I'm not going to get timing cards because we already pulled them. Okay, so in 2 months, someone's going to reach out to you. Okay. See, that was your reading, Gemini. I hope you liked it. It was slightly more positive than the last. Someone's lurking, but I think you're just going to, like, keep the door shut on that. And, yeah, there is someone new coming towards you. You don't need to, like, control it, okay? Like, life is just gonna, like, cause this person to come towards you, okay? So just chill, just relax. Don't let this person use, like, sex to get back with you, or, like, you know, some people are very good at that. Eee, what's on my cards? It's probably, matcha or something. Right, I'm just going to nip out to put my dinner in the oven, and I will keep going with these readings because it's not too bad now with them being half an hour. You used to I was getting up to like an hour, wasn't I, for each sign? It was way too much. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, on to Cancer. Let's have a few shuffles. Moving forward, hi, that's good, you're a Cancer, that's good timing. Did you see your last reading that I did? If you were a Cancer, it was really good. Really, really nice. Someone was coming along that's very serious. They want, like, babies, they want a house, they want marriage. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Cancer's highest good. How is Cancer feeling in this third week of May 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Cancer's feeling. Oh, you loved it. That's so nice to hear. That's cheered me up. That I've had like a really like not a nice week, guys, like at all, and I can't stop thinking about this particular like thing that happened. It's like plaguing me. And then I went out for a walk and the sun was shining, and then this funny thing happened, you know, like in the UK when you're walking down the street and then someone like moves to the left, but you've moved to the left and you're trying to get out of each other's way, but then you both move to the right and you both move to the left. And it happened like 10 times, and me and this woman were like in stitches, and she was like, she had her kids in a pushchair. But I took my earbud out and I was just helpless laughing. And I was like, that is so funny. I was like, we're both very polite, aren't we? And it was just nice. It was like such a nice interaction with a random person. But that never happened like the whole time I was living abroad. Like it's the quintessential like English manners or like British manners. Like it's a UK thing, like for sure. But it was like, it's just, I don't know, like it made me feel really good. I can't explain it any more than that, really. Well, I felt like this, it was like a shot, like I'd just taken a shot of like love. Do you know what I mean? It's a stranger. I think it was just so innocent and like nice. It's good to get out of being holed up inside too much. Queen of Cups reversed with the Three of Coins upright. What on earth does that mean? Well, the Queen of Cups is someone who is very calm. That's really pretty, isn't it? All the water's like very still. She's like floating on the water. She looks like she's just having a moment. Like she's just having a moment of serenity. Like, with that being reversed, I think there could be a lot at stake when it comes to your feelings. Because the Queen of Cups is like the heart chakra, you know, like it's about patience, nurturing, forgiving, being understanding, letting things go. Live and let live, and that's reverse. So, you know, you're looking for collaboration, you're looking for cooperation, you're looking for teamwork. The Three of Coins is like, I'm putting in to this situation, another person's putting into this situation, we're all coming together and we're trying to work together. It doesn't mean there's three people, but you know, like in a work scenario, you've got everyone on your team, in your department or in your division or, you know, in your branch, and you're trying to work together for a collective good, you know, for a particular outcome. And I think there's a lot at stake. I think this is very important to you. Because you're in your feels, you're feeling emotional. The Temperance, yeah. So again, another card of trying to find poise, trying to find steadiness, trying to aim and shoot for what we're, you know, it's the archer. If we don't have emotional balance, how can we stay focused? You know, I can get a phone call or a text off someone I'm really pissed off with, and then it's all I can think about for the rest of the day, and it just throws me right off my game. I swear, like, that really pisses me off. Like, that's the worst time for someone to cause drama with me, is like when I'm driving to work. Because I'm trying to focus on the day, and you can't lull. When you go into school, like, you can't sulk because the kids don't go easy on you. And you've got to, like, you know, have your game face on. You've got a whole routine and timetable. I'm sure it's like that in a lot of jobs. So all I'm saying is, emotionally, you're striving for emotional balance. You're not looking for anyone to upset the apple cart when it comes to your peace, your serenity. We've got the Emperor. Is that the Empress? Yeah. The Empress in the challenge position. Okay, so again, your feelings. Oh, you've been going through it as well. Your feelings are very important. How you feel about yourself is important. This is the major arcana for Libra and for Taurus. It's about having self-esteem, self-worth, knowing your value. You are high status. You're all four queens, okay? But this is like when you don't feel like you are, or something's a challenge towards that. Let's see who's showing up for you, Cancer. I think you're feeling like very self-protective, and there could be good reason for that. Six of Coins reversed. someone's recognising that things were uneven, either with you or their past person. Things were unfair. Someone wasn't putting in the same time, money and energy into a connection. We've got the Ace of Swords, so this is a major truth, a confession, a major revelation. The fog is clearing. Someone is like, I know what I need to do now. Or, shit, was I really, you know, that much of a scumbag? Or like, you know, I don't want a relationship where I'm not getting, you know, like equal give and take, if they're thinking about their ex. We've got the Star card reversed. Now this is leading me to think that you're both in a state of healing. But I don't know if this is someone who feels like it was their fault, or another person who's also experienced disappointments, you know, that have really knocked their confidence. They could have had a lack of wish fulfillment, and something could have been very disappointing in the recent past. Let's get 3 for the outcome. We've got the Hanged Man reversed. So the Hanged Man, when it's upright, is someone who is trying to look at things from different points of view. They're trying to be more open-minded, less stubborn, less closed-minded. Okay, because they don't want to make a mistake. When it's reversed, it's stubbornness. It's like, no, it's my way or the highway. I never did wrong, so they need to apologise to me, you know, or, you know, why fix something that isn't broken? I don't want to change. You know, like it's some kind of stubbornness, closed-mindedness. But this person, whoever this is, has had a major revelation. Now that's the major arcana for Aquarius, the Star card. It's about healing or wish fulfillment, and it usually comes after a tower. So some kind of really, you know, huge disappointment, letdown, breakup. We have to heal afterwards. Yeah, it's the water bearer. We have to cleanse ourselves. Hi, Ragavan. I don't take questions in the chat. You can have a personal reading or you can watch your sign. Ace of Wands upright. I get the feeling that this person is like checking their own behaviour and they want to change, they want to do better, they want a rebirth. The Hierophant reverse, someone feels like they fucked up. The Hierophant, how cool is that card? When it's upright, is the teacher. It's about being wise, and it's about someone who's become wise because they have a lot of experience. Okay, 3D earthly experience. It's not about, oh, I know what's best because of my gut, or because I know I've made the right decision because the divine would put me exactly where I'm supposed to be. It's not like the High Priestess card, and some people, you know, will say that it is, but the Hierophant is knowledge and experience gained from years on this planet. From, you know, some people have had one relationship their entire life, or 2 relationships, and some people have had 25. You know, we've all got different levels of experience with career, with family, with the law, with you know, abuse, with loving relationships, with, you know, harmful relationships, unhealthy relationships. We've all got different experience of travelling the world. Some of us are far more sheltered than others. Some of us are far more streetwise than others. You know, this is experience, and this person knew better than to do what they did. It's giving, like, the whole spread together is giving that you don't trust that easy now. There's a lot at stake, and you're going to sleep with one eye open. You're not just going to blindly go into relationships anymore, or let someone, you know, have, like, equal say to you anymore. And it looks like this person is gonna like say or realise like they fucked up big style. They want to do over, but I think, I don't know if you're done with this. I think you look like like too much has happened, too much time has gone past. They let you down too badly. Let's get a message from them. We need to stay in separation for now. Have patience, I will be home. I truly don't know what to say to you. Will you ever accept me? Shit, I'm so good at this. Yeah, this person fucked up, but they fucked up to the point where it's like, can this be revived? Like, are they just stood in a mortuary right now? Like, is this relationship, dead and buried? Oh, you're Sagittarius. Okay, so I did Sagittarius yesterday. If you want to go out of this live and click on the lives playlist, it's the most recent live that I did. And it's all time stamped. Otherwise, I'll be doing Sagittarius, like the new reading, like later in the week. I'm only doing Aries to Virgo today. I cry at night. Oh, this person, you're the one that got away. You're the one that got away. They just can't, they try as they might, they cannot get over you. They haven't dated anyone else, but they can't get this out of their head. They know it's their fault, that everything's fucked up. And they want you back. They may confess that to you, or they may just be sitting there trying to manifest, like thinking somehow, some way can we ever be together, like I don't see them actively like coming towards you yet, but I'd expect that to come out in your next reading. I mean, just because someone wants like another chance doesn't mean you have to give them one. What does this person love about Cancer? Because it is obviously love. I feel like I've known you all my life, yet you are so mysterious. I wrote you a letter on paper, but I'm too afraid to show it to you. They know they're a scumbag. I don't mean that they've necessarily cheated, because it's not really showing that. They could have like got cold feet. They could have like immaturity, commitment issues. They could have just shit themselves, at the thought of moving in together, or shit themselves at the thought of getting married or having kids. Like maybe they're a bit younger than you. Well, they know that they've lost like a diamond. People have probably told them like, what the fuck is up with you? Cancer's perfect, Cancer's good on paper, Cancer's great looking, they're a good person, like what are you doing? You know what I mean? They've got someone really good like you in the past, and then they got full of themselves and they've thought like there's loads of people out there like that. No, there fucking ain't. There's people out there who are non-committal, there's people who are two-timing, they're shallow. If you put weight on, they won't love you anymore. If you're not as into skiing as they are, like, if you don't love the gym, they're gonna be like, there's people that are just like, it's very difficult to find someone who is good on paper and nice looking and a good person with a nice family. It's a lot. It's a lot to find someone who matches us, and someone as high value as you, Cancer. And this person has probably got people going, what the fuck did you do? Like, you idiot. You idiot. Whether they're a boy or a girl, man or a woman. I've done it before. I've thought, well, this is what I'm worth. And I got someone like you, I can get someone like you again. And it's like, it hasn't happened. It genuinely hasn't happened. So, yeah. Okay, let's dig deeper. What's the messy truth about this connection? Rehearsing the past, mental scripts, guilt, self-blame. What if? Regret, over-analysing, imagining futures. Shit. They're probably stalking your social media, you know. You deleted me, cut off, digital closure, cold exit. They could have checked their phone and realised like they can't see a photo anymore and thought, oh my god, cancer's blocked me. And sometimes that really knocks people because they think like, oh, but I'm like so important to cancer, like, you know, maybe we could get back together. And if someone blocks you, it's like, no, that door's slammed shut and there's 5 bolts across it. You know, no cracks of daylight coming through. So it's like, okay, shit, you know, like, I gave you my all, overgiving, drained, love unreturned. Blocked as fuck, ghosted, shut out, silent treatment. You could have blocked this person a while ago and they've only just realised. Or like you could have recently blocked them as like a sort of final nail in the coffin and like, yeah, they're like reacting to it or something. Drowning, you are going under and barely keeping things afloat, ask for help. They said they've been crying at night. Okay, so I think, gosh, it's very different, isn't it, for everyone? But there's a tendency with women to sort of cry very early on, and there's a tendency with men to cry much later on. You know, like over time, they sort of like feel it sinking in. And I think it must be like a coping mechanism, like you like, or, you know, a bit of ego or something. You did block him. Well, if you felt the need to block someone, it's because they hurt you. So I wouldn't apologise or feel bad. I mean, I don't know what happened to her, but people I blocked, it's because I'm pissed off with them and I don't think they're worthy of like my time. I'm not saying like it's the same as deleting someone, because obviously if we break up, I don't want to keep their family or them on my social media because it'll be sad to see updates on them. That's totally different. That's just, I don't want to be sad like seeing them be with someone new. I can't do that. But if I block someone, it's like, fuck off out of my life. You really hurt me and you scummy. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I didn't want to say men don't cry, but I mean some do. Some definitely do. Eternal renewal. In the cycle of life, understanding breeds hope for what comes next. Resilient roots, endure the storms, protect your core and grow stronger with each challenge. This was a huge loss for you, and it's a huge loss for this person, but I don't think they kind of realised. I think like this is like delayed recognition of like what a monumental fuck up this was, like a huge mistake to walk away from you, like how high value you are. Like perhaps they've tried dating other people and realised like you are actually like very, very high value, whether you're a man or a woman. You know, Empress doesn't dictate like whether you're a man or a woman. It just says that you have value and you are abundant, but you don't feel abundant at the moment. Some men, I think instead of crying, they get angry, don't they? Or they get drunk. Everyone's got their, like, usually their friends all get them out, and, like, certainly, like, men who are younger, they get them out, get them drunk, and stuff like that, take them to a strip club or something, as if that solves anything. Do you know what I mean? And they usually end up just making an ass of themselves, and then that's being recorded by the same mates and put online. So, but then I have gone out and got drunk when I'm upset over someone. I've cried my eyes out. Someone's had to hold my hair back. Well, hopefully they didn't film it, because that would be disgusting. I don't think this was like a small breakup. I think it was like you were expecting to make a life with this person, and it had a lot of potential, you know, and it's a shame. Promiscuous, sleeps around, a temptress, free-for-all, steals your man. Someone could have persuaded this person that they should stay single, you know, whether that's their mates or, you know, someone was after them. Contemplation, yes or no, unsure, choices, decisions. Or, look, if they don't know, then, you know what I mean, that's your answer. Some things aren't about you not being good enough. They're just not right for you. Okay, so this person was not your person. So you could have swerved a bullet here. Don't let fear be your driver. I'm afraid to get close and terrified to lose you. Sometimes the answer isn't yes or no, it's wait. There are no real secrets in this world. There's something behind your eyes. What are you hiding? Yeah, this person, like, they're immature, or they, you know, they're confused. They don't know what they want. They lack direction. You don't need that. You need what you got in the other reading, which was like someone who's very sure about what they want, very committed. They're all in from the start. Okay, they're ready to settle down. So when is Cancer going to hear from a brand new person, like the one that was in the last reading? New love, timing for new love. April. Okay, so for some of you it's going to be April when you meet someone new, because you're all on different time frames, and it depends how long it's been since this went down. You might just need, you know, an eat, pray, love year, or you might just need, like, you know, just time off from love, and just like heal, and, you know, get you kind of like get galvanized again, you know, re-galvanize, repair that armour before going back out to battle. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype me up, drop me some comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Personal readings are £25. You can direct message on Instagram or TikTok, or you can email me at jen3585@gmail.com. What else? I've just put up content onto the memberships, so if you want to be a member, it's £5.99 a month. You can click join on YouTube and you get a finance reading to see what your boss views as your strengths, get positive money affirmations, get financial predictions, see what alternative careers you could be good at. You know, some people already know that they've found their true life's purpose, and some people just hate Mondays. So that's all on there. And then the Native American Indian medicine wheel looks at your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, and your connection to the divine. Okay, so your spiritual health. So yeah, they're really popular readings. So I just did all the Native American Indian medicine wheels, so check those out if you're a member. And I'll be doing an instalment of the How to Read Tarot I'll do that tonight because I keep saying I'm going to do it and then I don't. But I've got time tomorrow as well because I haven't got pottery. The guy that runs it, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, he's in Barcelona and then the week after I'm going to Barcelona. So that's hilarious. I would like to have gone with him, but I didn't want to take time off work around this time because it's a GCSE week. Okay, Leo. My Leos. Oh, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for saying thank you. I was going to say thanks to you for saying thank you. That's a bit too cute, that, isn't it? That's a bit too cute. I know a Cancer, she mentored me when I was training to teach, and she's ended up getting a house by herself because the guy pulled out, her boyfriend pulled out and broke up with her, like, just as they were about to purchase a house together. And I thought it was so fucking harsh, do you know what I mean? But I think he's a bit younger than her and he's probably just felt overwhelmed by it all. So I always think of her when I'm, like, doing the Cancer readings. She's amazing as well, like, she's good on paper, she's great looking. It's like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is this guy doing? But I think some people just, they're like, whoa, this is too much for me, you know? They're just not ready, they're not in that phase of their life. Probably felt like he should be, do you know what I mean? And probably got kudos for it, and there was kind of no good reason not to be doing it, but yeah, so I always think of her. I'll have to see how she is, actually. Okay, let's get on to Leo. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this third week of May 2026 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Leo's feeling first of all, please. The Knight of Wands, hello. Roar of your light. Knight of Wands, nice. Okay, so you could be feeling passionate. You could be feeling like you've got the hots for someone, like you're crushing on someone, or you've got a go-to person that you really want to go and see right now, where it's friends with benefits, no strings. Knight of Wands is, you know, knights are an active pursuit. Wands are phallic. They represent, you know, desire, passion, drive, sex, high energy, spontaneity, you know, doing what feels right in the moment. Yeah, all of that. Right, is this the Emperor? Yeah, the Emperor and the High Priestess reversed. This is interesting because the Emperor is about us leading our own life, being the CEO, the boss of our life. So it'd be about us being in the driving seat, okay? The High Priestess is about fate, the divine, the universe having a grand plan. So, i.e., we are not in control, we are not in the driving seat, okay? Spirit is. And you've got those as like very opposing forces. Very opposing forces. So this is the challenge, is like, am I going towards what I'm supposed to be? Or am I letting life steer me? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Okay, this is very challenging for you. Like, you don't know whether to follow your gut, to follow your heart, to follow your instincts, or to follow your head and sort of make your own fate, yeah? Okay, so we've got the Eight of Wands upright, which is you taking fast action, progress, making fast progress and delivering fast communication. And we've got the Seven of Cups, okay, upright. So this is all about, I don't want to be on the bench, okay? I don't want to be sitting out watching another fresh pair of legs run out onto the football pitch. Like, am I sleeping on life? Like, am I snoozing when I should be making big plans, when I should be actuating them? I think you're afraid, and I think you're trying to wake yourself up, and you're at a crossroads, and it's time to take action, honestly. That's what's showing up for you. So big decisions, big moves. You're feeling like, you know, like you might just go for it. And that could be with a relocation, it could be with career, it could be with love, it could be with your health, it could be anything or everything. Yeah, just like, let's fucking turn some shit upside down, shall we? King of Swords. Okay, so someone's showing up for you in the King of Swords energy. It's a masculine energy. It's air energy, so it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person is thinking, and it's mind over matter. Okay, so they are analytical. They're making decisions, they're making plans, they're researching, they're looking at all the facts. They could be keeping, you know, a straight face, but, you know, detaching themselves from their emotions, and they're not giving anything away, because knowledge is power, right? So for an air sign, there's a lot going on beneath the surface, okay? You can look completely relaxed. You can look like you got nothing on your mind, and your mind's getting air miles with all the thinking that it's doing. So, yeah, so someone is thinking, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but they don't have to be that sign. The Queen of Coins. Now that came out in the challenge position. The Queen of Coins is someone who's very practical, pragmatic. It's earth energy. It's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. They like security. This is not someone who, you know, if they think, oh, well, that person, I only see them as friends with benefits, then spontaneity is fine. But this person likes, in the long term, they like security. They like to know where they stand. They like traditional courtship. They want someone that they can rely on. Someone who's always going to be on time. Someone who's always going to show up. Someone who they can talk to if they need a friend, or, you know, someone who's going to be fair in everything they do. It's a generous person, but they want fairness. They want predictability. And that's not boring to that person, that's beautiful. So they've gone from a very emotionally detached, kind of masculine frame of mind to, and quite strategic, to Queen of Coins, which is feminine, nurturing, you know, would like to be pursued by someone who's very stable, you know, and they will treat them like a prince, like this Queen of Coins would treat someone like a prince or a princess. They would spoil them as a reward for being there for them, for being predictable, for being stable. You know, this person's very stable, and they will honour like the stability that's brought towards them, with loyalty and, you know, spoiling. The love language is to gift, to buy things. It's a very practical, pragmatic frame of mind. You know, good with banking, good with savings, good with spending, good with earning, you know, not a lazy person. Ace of Swords. See, someone is seeing clearly. There may be a major confession. There may be a major truth, a major revelation, major clarity over what this person wants. There's been a lot of head work going on, and there's been a lot of hard work going on. Meanwhile, you're at some sort of major crossroads and you want to make big moves because you feel like you could be sleeping on life. Okay, you're getting left behind, or, you know, you've been bogged down in the day-to-day, or just living from one day to the next, and you actually feel like you want to get onto some sort of big plan. So let's get a message from this person. They could be an air sign or an earth sign, or they could have those placements, but they don't have to be. This path is our true journey. Now, Leo's last reading was all about like a friendship, that something could be quite platonic, or friends with benefits, and, you know, very friendship based, and like you kind of living your life alongside one another, but it's becoming quite close over the years, like over decades. It was quite sweet, really. Almost like, and don't get me wrong, like, but almost like a big brother or big sister, like, you know, kind of like caring, but kind of going, oh God, they've done that again. They've picked the wrong person again. You know, like, it's almost like patronising or caring, like almost like family, because you've known this person a long time. You could like be a bit protective of them, and vice versa. I can't promise you anything. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. So this person could see you as someone who's a good option, and in the past they could have conveyed to you that you would only ever be friends, or you would only ever be, you know, someone that they are happy to have sex with, that they find to be very good looking. They may be starting to see you as someone who... Oh, I didn't pick a further 3 cards. What a silly person. They may be starting to see you as like someone who is like more tangible, like someone who they could see themselves, like they may be getting more respect for you. Maybe seeing you like grow and change, and maybe they're growing and changing, and now they don't feel as frightened, you know, they feel more confident. Like, I don't know, it feels similar to what we got the other night, to be honest. In the outcome, we've got the 8 of Swords, so they're in their head about it, or you are, or both. Maybe they've got wind of the fact that you are looking to make some big changes, and it's making them view you differently. They could be afraid to lose you if you're looking at a relocation, or they could be afraid of missing out if you're having a glow up, a financial glow up, or cultural glow up. A physical glow up. I don't think it's physical though, because let's be honest, Leos are very good looking, whether you're men or women. Four of Coins. See, that is preserving and conserving. It's like a miserly energy, like why should I share my time, money and energy with this person, or put any more time, money and energy into this, you know, situation. It is what it is, like it's friends with benefits, something like that. It's platonic, it's, you know, we have mutual respect for one another, but, you know, they're not my person. Like, let's get one final one. Four of Swords reverse. It's making this person very restless. Like, it's on their mind. Okay, perhaps you being restless, and this person is used to you being very kind of like calm and predictable. They're suddenly like, oh my god, like, what is Leo doing? Leo's going to leave. Leo's going to, you know, become really successful. Leo's like on the right path and I'm going to get left behind. It seems like that, like they're getting really on edge, because they've caught wind of the fact you're looking to, you know, make some big moves. What's the messy truth about this connection? This wasn't love, fantasy crashed, truth exposed, done hoping, never meant enough, unseen, unchosen, rejected. Wow. Yeah, so someone's got like a bitter taste in their mouth. Okay, they're feeling a bit sour because they never like took this seriously, and now it looks like you're someone to be taken seriously. Facing it, you know something isn't right, don't be afraid to find out the truth, it will set you free. Hard climb, many issues to deal with or difficult conversations. Pregnancy test. Unsure results, a pregnancy scare, positive or negative. Putting on a show. This person's giving that they're quite a bit insecure, you know. And so maybe they're looking for someone who's older than them. Maybe they're looking for someone who's more experienced, and that would, like, you know, ground them and make them feel more safe, more secure. It's like, you're definitely, like, occupying their minds, but, you know, it's saying, I can't promise you anything. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. Conflict resolution, compromising, making amends, positive outcome. You could be on better terms. You could have had fallouts over the years where you wanted it to be more serious, or they wanted it to be more serious, and they kind of got used to you just kind of being there, you know, taking you for granted, enjoyed a little bit of drama, enjoyed the attention. There's something behind your eyes. What are you hiding? Sometimes the answer isn't yes or no, it's wait. This path is our true journey. I don't know if they're saying that as if, like, if we're apart and we're kind of just kind of living our lives alongside one another but not together, that's kind of the right thing. They could have been quite selfish and like hurt you in the past. Or they could have just taken like all the attention you gave them for granted and thought, you know, I guess Leo likes me a lot because they're still, you know, getting jealous over me or whatever. So what is it that this person likes or loves about Leo? Your honesty and vulnerability scares me and allures me at the same time. So you could be someone who you're like good to talk to. You know, you become quite wise. You're clearly a thoughtful person. You come across as stable. It feels like you're a bit of a comfort blanket for this person. Somehow they're getting like an essence of like purity from you. They're getting the sense that you do care about what happens to them, and you're part of their tribe. Like you would have their back, like in any given situation. Oh, hi Patrick. I'm just on Leo at the moment. I'll be going on to Virgo in about 5 minutes. I'm only doing Aries to Virgo. I did Libra to Pisces yesterday. So you can go out of this live and click on the lives playlist and look at the most recent live if you're looking for any of those like signs from the second half of the zodiac wheel. Or wait for the next one. If you've already watched it, you can wait for the next one and next week, like in the days ahead. I did Scorpio yesterday and I'll do Scorpio again later this week. So I won't be doing Scorpio now, but you can go out of this live and look at the last live that I did on the lives playlist. It's all like time stamped and everything. I think this person's afraid of your judgment of them, Leo. Like, I think you are someone that thinks a lot, does have opinions, but probably doesn't say that much. And so it can be a bit intense when you do come out with stuff. They're like, oh my god, what does Leo actually think of me? Do you know what I mean? I think they're a little bit insecure, and they like practicality, they like stability, and they might be in a comfort zone of some sort because maybe they don't have that much confidence in their own abilities, you know, because they're not making moves towards you, but you look like you're at a crossroads in your life and you're looking for big change, big moves, and you're gonna do it. So I don't know, they're showing up because they're thinking of you or you're thinking of them. So you do have some sort of like established connection. Done hoping this wasn't love. I never meant enough. You could feel like you never meant enough to them, or this could be someone that feels like they never meant enough to you. Could be mutual. Thanks, Patrick. Hi. Is that fractal? I'm sorry if I'm being an idiot and reading like 1.5 parts of your name. Holo, okay. Holo, holo. Right, where am I up to? Let's get some. I don't know what to say about this. They're saying I can't promise you anything. Like how you are with this person now is like how things are always going to be. They don't, they're saying like you deserve like the best. So they have some sort of unconditional love for you, but they don't think that they can offer you like anything solid, Leo. Like maybe in another life, maybe like in 10 or 20 years, but it would be way off. But they have a lot of like respect for you. I think it's built up over time. I mean, Leos are fiercely loyal. You've probably shown a lot of loyalty to this person. I don't really want to pull leads of cards from like relationshipy stuff because it's giving like, we're fine as we are, kind of like friends of benefits, or however things are between you and this person, whoever this is like they don't really want anything to change with that for now. Loving space. I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold loving space for them as they go through their journey. Yeah, it's like you're watching on as someone lives their life. You don't necessarily like agree with the decisions they make, but like you give them the space to just kind of, it's very parental. It's feeling very parental. You don't have to be this person's parent, but you might feel like you are at times. I haven't done Aquarius. I'll be doing Aquarius later in the week, but I've just done the Aquarius reading yesterday on the last live because I was a bit late getting them done. So you can go out of this live, click on the lives playlist, and the most recent live will be at the top, and it's all time stamped. So you'll see Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. Okay, so a timing for new love for Leo. Oh, in your birthday season, or in August. Oh, the loving space, yeah. I love tarot because it's not really what comes up from the tarot cards that I love. It's all of this. It's like the really nice messages and like stuff that helps you to heal and personal development. Don't know why my voice is like that's probably from this age. Personal development, like just learning to be okay with whatever is happening, because the worst thing you can do is get really het up over finalities, specific outcomes, like this person has to come back, they have to get in touch with me or I'm gonna, be very upset, and like that's what we all do. So like learning not to do that and reframing things and like working on your own personal power. Yes, it's nice to get an energy reading and see where someone's at. It's really nice to do that, and why. But it's also good to kind of like check ourselves as well, isn't it? That's fine, you're welcome to watch any of the readings. Okay, so birthday season for Leo is going to be new love. Okay, because this person has love for you, but they're not in love with you. Okay. Not saying never, but I think deep down, you know, like they'd consider other people. So that means you're not their first option. You're not their first choice, kind of thing. Which tends to suggest that, you know, they're looking for something more suited to them, or I don't know. They seem to think a lot of you, though. They care about you, they care about what you think of them. They're sorry for the way that they've treated you. But they can't promise, like, that you're going to be with them, okay? And I feel like if they were crazy about you, they would be doing that. Because they've thought a lot about it. Okay, we are on to Virgo, and then I get to eat my dinner. I can't start. I'm sorry, I'm a typical Taurus, but I saw the roast dinner. I'm like, oh man, I need to put that to the back of my mind now. Like, I was having a not good day because I was like plagued, you know, like 8 of Swords, like plagued by something that happened earlier in the week. And then, like, since going out for a walk, having a giggle with a random person, and then coming and doing this has been the biggest difference. It's like talking to you guys, like looking at what's going on, reading the advice cards, like it just changes my mindset. Like, that's why I do this channel. Like, I genuinely love it, but it like helps me. It's not just for you guys. It helps me. Helps me stay sane. Okay, I hope you like the Aquarius reading. Thanks for dropping in. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Virgo's highest good. How is Virgo feeling in this third week of May 2026 with regards to what they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Virgo's feeling, please. So we've got the 10 of Swords reversed with the 2 of Coins reversed. I'm just thinking about what they mean upright, because that's looking for duality, striving for balance. It's the eternal juggle between 2 priorities. The 10 of Swords is the end of a very painful, difficult cycle. When it's reversed, we're choosing to drop that kind of worry, that fear, that pain. It's a choice to drop it after a long time of putting up with it. And yeah, okay, so there was a lot of imbalance. There was a lack of duality, a lack of balance. You could have found like you were doing everything, you know, or you could have found like you're not on the same page with this person, or they're bringing chaos rather than order, and you're just over it. Yeah, you're just over it, like you're not doing that shit anymore. Or there could have been a lot of drama, it could have been very up and down, very fluctuating, you know, and you're just like, fuck that. Ace of Wands upright, okay, so going for new, a new start, lots of ambition, Lots of passion, lots of drive, self-motivation, excitement. Another one, the Knight of Wands. Okay, so you feel all full of excitement, passion. Okay, you could have met someone new. Sometimes this happens, guys. Sometimes you get rid of something that's no good for you, and almost immediately, like within a week, you've met someone who's going to be the love of your life. And you don't have to be by yourself forever, like, not forever, for like 6 months afterwards. Like, yes, that's the right thing to do if you've had a messy, upsetting breakup with a very serious person. But if someone's been wasting your time, it doesn't take a lot to kind of like drop them, because it's so unfulfilling. It's so upsetting. You've had to do life solo because they keep running away, or, you know, they've been such an asshole that there's only one way to feel about it, and that is that, like, good riddance, or bitch. But yeah, it doesn't have to be like 6 months that you take to get over it. You could be like, fuck them, okay? They've told me that they don't love me, they don't see themselves falling in love with me. This is something that happened to me when I was living abroad. It pissed me off. I thought, well, you've wasted my last 6 months of my life. You should be in love with me by now. If you're not now, you're not going to. And yet you want to see me every single night. So, night and day, you know, like, and text me all the time, and you're annoyed if there's a night where I don't see you. So, excuse me if we're going out hanging out and I felt like we're in a relationship, you know, like, if you're not going to fall in love with me, thanks for telling me, but, you know, I'm very hurt. You're wasting my time. So, yeah, so we were acting like we were in a relationship, and then he basically said, like, because I said, I think I've fallen in love with you. He said, well, I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not falling in love with you. Not in that kind of like moody tone, but I'm just rushing the story. And then a week later, I went on Match and I met someone amazing, and he was just all in, and it was like, honest to God, it was like everything it's supposed to be. Like, it's the Italian, yeah, like the other one was Italian, but you know, my Italian, like, that I will never get over, basically. You know, we had the most romantic dates. He was so chivalrous. I knew that this was going to be amazing. Actually, on the first date, I thought, like, he won't be into me because he's into, like, base jumping and skydiving and wingsuiting. Like, he's mad. And he's not mad as in, like, to me it's mad to do something like that. He's actually a really sensible person. He's actually, like, really, like, well behaved and sensible and very reliable, like ultra reliable. Doesn't break any rules ever. And then he does stuff like that, and I'm like, to me that's mad, but to him he's probably like worked out the science bit and just thought, I'll probably be fine. To a Taurus, that's ludicrous, jumping out of an aeroplane. But yeah, the point was, that happened like with a few days in between. There doesn't need to be, like, we don't have to resign ourselves to, like, exile and, like, you know, oh, that's me for a year being by myself. And like, sometimes, like, you just get back on the saddle, don't you? And you can meet Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, you know, and have several years of bliss. So I feel like you're up and at him, is what I'm saying. I feel like you're getting back on the saddle. Four of Swords. So someone is taking much needed respite. They're taking a little breather between battles, just lying down, just resting. Armour is heavy, swords are heavy, you know, all that metal work is heavy. So lying down is needed, taking a breather is needed. Seven of Wands. Okay, this person is feeling competitive, energetic, determined. They're determined to get the advantage. The Moon. I'm scared, but I'm going to go for it anyway. So this is the Major for Pisces. In the story of the Major Arcana, the Fool realises that he must walk forwards anyway, even if it's dark, even if it's scary, even if, things are unknown, we'll be able to handle it. I'll be able to handle whatever comes thrown at me. It'll be okay. I must not be overcome with fear. I must walk forwards anyway. So that's what that card is. So it does look like both of you are on the same page. You may not have met this person yet, or you may have met them, and they might be scared, but they might be excited. They could have been single for a minute. The Hanged Man. Okay, so in the outcome, we're looking at things from every angle, being open-minded. We've got the Justice in the upright, that's a Major Arcana for Libra. And the Two of Wands. Ooh, okay, so someone is trying to make a decision about, a planning phase of, it could be you. You could have the Knight of Wands and think, I've met someone, I'm excited about them, I'm crushing on them. Ooh, should I invest in this person? Maybe you've only had one date. Or maybe you're going to go on a date and then you're going to be thinking, what do I do? Do I like that much? Do we even match? Because that's what I was like on the first date. And the first kiss wasn't good. It was very awkward. And my housemates actually said, you know what, like, he's taking you out properly. Like, he's made a big effort and, it sounds like he's being a gentleman and he's probably really nervous. And then, let me tell you, the second kiss, we were kissing in the car for like half an hour. It was just because we were nervous. And so you can't judge people straight away. I actually had, because I'd started to get out of the car, my legs were like hanging out onto the street. And we were just attached to one another, but it was too nice. It was too good. But that's what being romantic and organising romantic dates does for you men, like, there's nothing wrong with being romantic. You're just creating the outcome that you want, which is like, she's going to be loved up, she's going to be swept off her feet, she's going to feel like you're polite, that you're clean, that you're well brought up, that you're going to look after her, take care of her. I don't understand why that's supposed to be like an ick for men to like be like that. Like, from the man's perspective, they're like, oh, that makes me low down. No, it makes you a safe space for a person that you want to like you and feel safe with you. It makes you a hero in their eyes. It makes you chivalrous, valiant, romantic, thoughtful, passionate, sexy. There's nothing wrong with having those attributes and exhibiting those attributes. It makes you a real man, do you know what I mean? We need more of that. So Strength card, upright. Yeah, there's a need to be emotionally strong. It's nerve-wracking. It can be a nerve-wracking time. I don't know why I'm getting first date vibes here, but if you haven't already been on a date or two with someone, Virgo, I think you're going to be. And I think you're going to be like, a bit like, ooh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we, do you think they like me? I can't tell. Like, would we be a good match? And then you probably go on more dates and, and then you'll have your answer. So, what's this person going to like or love about Virgo? Because I think this is something that's coming in. I'm so proud of everything you do. Okay, so Virgos are go-getters, you are ambitious, you are visionaries, you are perfectionists. You can be very micromanaging, but, you hold yourself to high standards, the way that you hold other people to high standards. You just like things to be done well. And I think this person's really attracted to that, okay? For the people that have met this person, should we get a message from them? If you've already dated. I'm healed, I will come home soon. I don't know how relevant these are because they seem like cards for people who have history, but I don't know. We'll see what comes out. I've not used them that much, so I don't know. I suppose that is a card of meditation and healing, to be honest. They could be ready for a relationship. I long for your kiss. There's me talking about kissing. You've triggered me. It could be in a good way. It doesn't have to be in a bad way. You could be bringing someone out of, like, you know, when they haven't dated anyone for ages either. Or like, you have dated someone recently, but they've been out the dating game for a while, and everyone's like, why aren't you dating? Like, my guy was not a player. Like, he just wasn't going on any dates. He was just going to work, which was dad's business. He'd go to work, go home, go to work, go home, and then he would do his hobbies, and he wasn't really meeting people, and so that's why I was on Match, and it was, like, good for me. I think people are like, you're young, you're handsome, you've got a good job, you've got hobbies, like, why are you not dating? So I think people gave him shit. But it's because they wanted to see him happy. So he was just ready, like, he was just ready when we started dating. So it could be that this person, you know, has not dated for a while, and you've kind of, like, triggered them into this sense of, like, you know, thinking about the future, getting excited. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, negative to trigger someone. You could be, you can trigger healing in someone, you can trigger excitement, or, you know, a shift in perspective in someone. Ooh, it's feeling nice, it's feeling nice, so let's stay with that. It's a twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. You know how I said you can trigger healing in someone? I think that's what you're doing. They're very impressed by you. They feel like suddenly, like, you know, life has more colour. Like, suddenly they're very hopeful, they're very optimistic, they're very excited, they're starting to plan, they're starting to think of the future. It feels very, like, early doors. Okay, so you might not have identified them as a twin flame yet, but the thing that's a bit annoying about twin flame journeys, it's more than a bit annoying actually, is you're apart more than you are together. So this person could be triggered in that they don't like to be vulnerable. They could be a runner. So they may go quiet on you or disappear, but you're going to be, like, very, very important for this person. And at times you may feel like you're not, because why would they fuck off then? But it's because they're getting feelings for you and they're scared of being vulnerable, so they self-sabotage. Okay, so it's the only thing that's kind of bittersweet about this is it's a twin flame, so it's not going to be a straightforward, you know, we go on dates, we have a relationship, we're exclusive, we settle down together. It's not going to be like a straightforward soulmates thing. It's going to be, like, very annoying and off and on. But the sex is going to be out of this world. You're going to be obsessed with them. They're going to be obsessed with you. And in the time that you're apart, the relationship will be strengthening, contrary to, you know, like, conventional relationships where if you went on a break and you were apart for a long time, it would hurt so much and you would feel so like too much has happened, too much time's passed. you'd be devastated and that would be it, wouldn't it? But with a twin flame, you sort of have this psychic back and forth connection where you're communicating with each other even when you're not in the same space. It's really weird. That's all I can say about it, really. So this is going to be you for the next few years. Sorry to be the bearer of interesting news like that, but the thing about twin flames that's very nice, because it is uncomfortable, it's frustrating, it's aggravating when someone pushes us away and blocks us or disappears, goes off the radar for like months at a time or a year at a time, but they're trying to process stuff that could be coming from something like childhood trauma or childhood wounds, so, or early adulthood trauma or early adulthood wounds. So unpacking stuff like that isn't comfortable. People don't enjoy to confront or be confronted by emotions like that, or skeletons in their closet from when, you know, many years ago. They won't only be running from you as a love interest, they'll be running from children, running from friends, running from parents. This is what this person does. It's their it's their trauma response, okay, to having strong feelings for you. So could be worth reading about twin flame connections, could be worth trying to exercise a kind of unconditional love and imagining this person as a child rather than an adult. Not saying that you should be okay with them disappearing on you forever, but people can't change overnight what they've been doing for decades, okay? There's people in their 50s that are runners, there's people in their 80s that are runners, they've been running a long time, okay? But you're also going to learn not to chase. So it's about you learning to give space and not try to overly control situations. So rather than get any, like, I could get cards about their past, but the main thing I can say to you is to exercise patience, understanding, give them space. Even if you try to get in touch with them, you're not going to hear from them, okay? It's all going to be on their terms. But draw a line and tell them when they're being out of order, okay? Because that's your job as a twin flame. You've been given the assignment, not anyone else, just you, okay? Even if they're married with kids with someone else, it's your assignment that you've been given, okay? Spirit's picked you to call this person out on their shit because no one else is doing it. And because you have this magnetic, emotionally loaded sexual connection, they are going to succeed in growing up, in maturing, in correcting, you know, righting their wrongs, correcting their ways, facing, you know, any karma that they've built up for themselves. And I'm not saying they're a toxic karmic, I'm saying it's a good person that's experienced trauma that's learned to avoid attachment, okay? So that's very different to someone who's just a nasty piece of work and a user. It's very different. You know, some people live with childhood trauma their whole life. They get married, they have kids, and they still haven't dealt with it, really. So it's time for them to deal with it, and you are the lucky person that's going to help them with that. But you're both learning lessons. It's like a mirror in between the two of you, and they're triggering you to heal, and they're triggering you to stop being a people pleaser or a chaser or a fixer. Okay, like, they're not going to answer your texts when you try to get in touch with them, so you're going to learn that you can't control a situation. Does that make sense? So there's even amounts of learning happening for very opposite reasons, okay? No judgment, because I'm part of my own twin flames journey. I've been for a few years now, so yeah. It's emotionally loaded. It's not just about sex, okay? It's emotionally loaded and very important to this person. You will become the most important person this person's ever met in terms of their personal development and their healing, okay? It's going to test you. You know, you're going to probably wipe your hands of this person at several points, but I don't know, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. What's this person dealt with previously then, just in case it gives us a clue? Okay, you're waiting on Cancer. So I've already done Cancer, so you can rewind. It won't be time stamped, but I'll put timestamps on later. It was the 4th reading, so it should be about an hour and a half in, if that helps. Because each reading's about half an hour, and I did Aries, Taurus and Gemini. So it should be about 90 minutes in. This wasn't love. Fantasy crashed, truth exposed, done hoping. See, this person, this isn't between you and them. This is in the past. They don't feel loved. They didn't feel loved. Because I'm saying what's gone on with this person in their past. They've dealt with people who are, you know, very material, very materialistic. Champagne taste, beer budget, arrogant, pretentious. People who wanted them for their money, not really, you know, for like loving them unconditionally. This is someone that bottles up their emotions. So like I said, they are emotionally avoidant. Many unexpressed emotions, time bomb, holding back. They could have learnt to repress their emotions and not speak about how they're feeling, because that's what they were taught to do. You know, it's not what boys do. Boys don't cry. Men don't cry. Don't be ridiculous, nothing happened. You know, like denying someone's feelings, gaslighting them. That wasn't what happened. You're going crazy. You know, like anything could have happened to this person. Hater. Okay, so someone likes having control over this person. They don't like that they're starting to, you know, like think differently or feel differently, or that they're going to meet you. Pictures. Regrets, reminiscing, missing you. If love had a weight, would you still carry it? So they don't believe that people are capable of unconditional love. They feel like love has stipulations, love has terms and conditions. You know, for example, like people only love me if I constantly do things for them. People only love me if I constantly pay for them. People only love me or respect me if I don't talk about my feelings. That's the kind of stuff that they've dealt with, okay, in their past. You could, no, this is a collective reading, so some of you could already be on this twin flame journey, or you could be, you know, entering one and not even aware, not realising that this person is, you know, who they're going to be to you. So if you haven't already met them, it says don't force things, okay? Twin flames are divinely guided, they are brought to you. You will come across each other through work, through life somehow, okay? You are going to cross paths, and that is how you will meet this person. You don't need to do anything, it's just going to happen. Okay, Spirit's going to put you in the same workplace as them, or in the same like club as them, or the same department as them, or the same town as them, the same street as them. Life is going to put you in each other's paths, okay? Let's get some advice. Oh, and I've got the Twin Flames cards as well, haven't I? Forgiveness and Pillar. Allow forgiveness to heal the wounds of the heart. Restoring love's trust. You're going to need a lot of forgiveness for each other with this. Pillar, be pillars for each other, strong and immovable. Okay, so this person's looking for their rock. You are looking for your rock. Okay. Let's get a twin flames message and then a general advice card. What's the point of it all? Okay, they could be going through quite a depressive episode at the moment. But they are going to come to you soon. It says, I am healed, I will come to you soon. I long for your kiss. Don't force things. What's the point of it all? You trigger me. Yeah, so this person could have gone silent on you the last time you were around them, and I don't mean you triggered them as in like you knowingly did that, but this person like goes away to do a lot. If you read about twin flames, they go away to do a lot of mental work, and they don't like to think that they're being governed by anyone. So part of seeking to gain control over their own life is getting distance. And it's not because you're a bad person, it's because they're getting strong feelings for you and they're not comfortable with what that means. So they try to create distance and get space and time to themselves. And they manage it because they just don't respond to you, even if you reach out to them. Okay, so let them do their thing. Don't chase after them. Don't continue to message or try to call them. You probably will be angry with them at times, but most importantly, try to be patient for the time that they open up to you, because they will do it. This person's going to open up to you and tell you what made them shut down all those years ago with their emotions, why they started running in the first place, because they know what caused it. They don't like talking about it. They won't be telling lots of people about it, but they are going to tell you. Okay. Interesting one to finish on. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype me up, and I will see you in the next one. If you want a personal reading, they're £25. You can email me at jen3585@gmail.com, or you can direct message via TikTok or Instagram. I pre-record readings. I put them on YouTube, but only people with the link can see it, okay? So it's completely confidential. Some people worry about that. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, memberships are live. I ask for $5.99 a month, and you get a finance reading each month, and you get a Native American Indian medicine wheel reading each month. They're by zodiac sign, okay? They are collective. But I mean, just like the love readings are collective, they're collective. I wouldn't be able to do personal ones for hundreds of people. So, and what else? Yeah, I've just put up content on the memberships. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, if you feel like you've got the money for that right now, that's fine. I know money comes and goes. Trust me. Had to buy a new car recently, and I cried because I didn't know I was going to pay for it. So I know money comes and goes, but please drop me some likes and some comments. It just really helps. The more interaction there is with the videos, because I hate the thought that I'm taking my time to produce content and no one's watching it. So that will be the worst. Anyway, I won't delete anything. It'll still be up there for people to, you know, go through prior readings. If you suddenly discover me and you think, I want to watch prior videos, you do that. But thank you for your time, and I will be doing the other signs later on in the week. Yesterday I was quite late, to be honest, because of stuff that went on this week, but also my health. So I did, you know, if you're looking for Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius or Pisces, I did them yesterday, so they're quite fresh. If you want to look for those on the previous live, it's all time stamped, and I will be time stamping these. Okay, that's me done. I'm going to go and have my dinner and have a rest now. Bye guys, take care of yourselves and have a nice rest of your weekend. See you in the next one.